Hello, once again, your facilitator is here to demystify or explain a couple of things in numeracy. So let's set the ball rolling for today's lesson. So today we have algebra, precisely algebraic expressions. So by the end of today's lesson, we'll be able to demonstrate the understanding of algebraic expressions as mathematical phrases that contain letters which represent numbers and operators. Now, in algebra, letters are used to represent numbers. Letters are used to represent or to stand for numbers. So when letters are used to stand for numbers, they are known as variables. They are known as variables. So now let's look at the definition of an algebraic expression. An algebraic expression is a part of mathematics that deals with expressions that contain numbers, variables, and operations. They contain numbers, and the numbers over here remain the same. They are constant, they don't change. But the variables or the letters, the variables, they vary, they can change, they change, and then the operations over here we're going to look at, we have addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So before we quickly move to a couple of examples regarding today's lesson, let's look at some of the concepts or the terms to comprehend. So we have sum. Sum means add, plus, and more than. So there is an expression over here which is x plus 3. Or in other words, we can say that 3 is more than x, or 3 is greater than x. 3 is greater than x. The reason being that the sign over here is attached to the 3. That is plus 3. So 3 is what? Greater than x. Now we have minus. Okay? Minus means subtract, take away, take from, difference, or less than. So y minus 2 also means that subtract 2 from y, or take away 2 from y. Or 2 is less than y, or the difference between y and 2. Now let's move on. We have product. Product means multiply or times. So a times b is equal to ab, or the product of a and b is ab. A and b is ab. Now quotient means to divide. So a divided by b is equal to a on b. Of if you find the quotient of a and b, that is what? A over b, or a on b, that is fraction a over b. Of also means multiply. So 3 of y means 3 times y. 3 of y means 3 times y. So 3 times y will give us 3y. So when you are multiplying a number, okay, and a variable, okay, or a letter, the product will be the number and then the variable. The number comes before the variable. So 3 times y is 3y. So if you have 5 times y, will give us what? 5y. 6 times x will give us what? 6x. So now let's move on to bracket. Bracket over here, as you can see, also means multiply. So we have 4 into bracket a. 4 into bracket a means 4 times a. It means 4 times a, which is what? 4a. So as I said, that when you are multiplying a number and a variable, it is what? The product will be the number and then the variable. So the number comes before the variable. I believe you are clear with it. So let's quickly move on to the examples regarding today's lesson. So basically, we are going to write algebraic expressions. We are going to write algebraic expressions for word problem, algebraic expressions for word problems. So these are our word problems. So we're going to represent these word problems in algebraic expression forms. Okay. So we have sum of 8 and a. Sum of 8 and a will give us what? 8 plus a, because we've learned earlier that sum means what? Plus, or to add, or more than. So sum of 8 plus a will give us what? 8 plus a. And then we have 9 times the sum of 10 and w. 9 times the sum of 10 and w will give us, now we have, we've already learned the sum of 8 and 8. So sum of 10 and W will give us what? 10 plus W. 10 plus W. So 9 times, this is the times over here, as you can see the multiplication sign. So multiplication also means what? Times. So 9 times what? The sum of 10 and W. So the sum of 10 and W. So in other words, we're adding 10 and W. But because these are separate, they don't look alike. They don't look alike. This is a number and a variable. So you cannot just add them. So you leave them like this. So we reflect about the brackets. The brackets. So if you have 4 into brackets A, is the same as 4A. So over here, the times also over here is representing. So 9 into bracket 10 plus W is the same as 9 times 10 plus W, all into brackets. I believe we are clear with it. Now let's move on to our next example, that is subtract 3 from 10 times n. We are subtracting 3 from 10 times n. So these are 10 times n. So we are subtracting 3 from this whole item. Okay? This whole item. So we are subtracting 3 from 10 times n. So we have 10 times n over here minus 3. In other words, 3 less than 10 times n. 3 less than 10 times n. I believe you are following. Okay, let's quickly move on. So 10 times n, this one you can multiply. As I said, that when you are multiplying a number and a variable, you know, the number will come first before the variable. But when you are adding, you cannot add different items, okay? Because they don't look alike, but you can multiply. So when you are multiplying a number and a variable, you combine the two of them, but the number must come first before the variable. So 10 times n will give us 10n minus 3, because we are subtracting 3 from 10 times n, and 10 times n will result to 10n. So let's move on. Y divided by x. So y divided by x, so y divided by x represented over here, which is also what? In algebraic form, it is expressed in this form, this y over x. And then we have take away 4 from n, or 4 less than n. They are the same word problem, and it is expressed in this form, n minus 4, because n is less than, 4 is less than n. So we are taking away, or we are subtracting 4 from n. We are subtracting 4 from n. I believe you are getting the whole concept. Now let's quickly move on to our next example, that is 3/4 of the sum of c and 2. 3/4 of the sum of c and 2. So these 3/4 and 3/4, you know, in fraction form will be 3/4 or 3 on 4. And then over here is the, how they call it, also means multiplication. The sum, this sum of c plus 2. So sum of c and 2 is what? C plus 2. So over here we can also represent it as we explained in our previous example. And then let's quickly move on to the next one, that is 5 more than q. 5 more than q is what? Q plus 5. Q plus 5. So q plus 5. In other words, 5 is more than q, or q plus 5, or we can say that add q and 5. So this is how it is represented. Don't write 5 plus q. It should rather be q plus 5, because the plus over here is affecting the, it's more than, so it's affecting the 5. Alright, let's move on to our last example. We have m divided by 4 plus 5, which will give us what? M over 4 plus 5. So it is divided, as we've already explained over here. So y divided by x is the same as m divided by 4. This is m over 4 plus 5. So this is the algebraic expression form of the word problem. I believe we are clear with it. So on this note, we have come to the end of today's lesson, and I believe strongly we've been able to tackle the objective for today, that is demonstrating the understanding of algebraic expression as mathematical phrases that can contain letters which represent numbers and operations. So we call it a day, and I wish you all the very best, and make sure that you still comply to the precautionary measures in order to prevent the coronavirus. And thank you very much. God bless you. Bye bye.